Our next basic function is the square root function. And this one has some particular properties to it that make it a little exciting. Anyway, the basic function looks like this. F of x equals the square root of x. So I'm going to make a table of values. What I want to think of is I want to think of nice numbers that I can take the square root of. Now you can pick other numbers, but then I have to get a calculator and approximate them and things like that. So I'm just going to think of some really good numbers. First of all, I can't choose a negative value for x because the square root of a negative number, is not real. Now we'll talk about those later in chapter 8, I think it is, but for now we're graphing on a real Cartesian coordinate system. We have real number axes. Both the x-axis and y-axis represent real numbers. So we just can't choose like -1 for x because that's not going to work for us. So we're going to pick 0. 0 is okay. You can take the square root of 0. Square root of 0 is 0. Okay, so that's okay. You can pick 1. Square root of 1 is 1, so that's okay. And then I'm going to pick 4, because the square root of 4 is 2. That's a nice one, nice integer. And like I said, you don't have to. You can pick the square root of 3, but then you've got to get a calculator and approximate what it is. Okay, and then I'm going to pick, probably the next good number to pick is 9, and the square root of 9 is 3. Okay, so I get this table of values again that I can graph. And it's going to look like this. I'm going to have 0, 0, 1, 1, 4, 2, and then 9, 3. And so it starts here at 0, 0, and then it curves out like this. It's kind of like half a parabola on its side. And actually that's what it is, but we don't usually think of it that way. But that's what the graph looks like. Now on all the other graphs that we've been doing so far, there have always been arrows on both ends of our graph, continuing. This does not. This has like a starting point. So right here, there is no arrow because it doesn't continue in the other direction. So that's one of the unique things about the square root function, okay? And it does have a curve to it. So I think that's all I want to say about that one.